Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the last update before the finale of round 7 of Roulette pan collab. And if you haven't seen any of these videos before, basically this is a series that was started by Rebecca, my friend, and I, and we started it back in 2017, and then we have done different rounds of this project, and now we are at round 7. And so in the beginning, like for the first 6 rounds, we had a spreadsheet that had 50 categories, and then you guys helped us create a new spreadsheet by submitting suggestions for categories, and then we put them together in a spreadsheet. So now we have one that has 100 categories, and then you pick 6 categories randomly from that spreadsheet, and then you pick products corresponding to those categories, and it's a rolling project. So when you hit your goal on an item, you can roll that out, and then you can randomize a new category and pick a new product. As I said, this was started by Rebecca and I, so I will have a link to Rebecca in my description box, and I highly suggest you go and check her out if you haven't already. I know probably most of you already have, but if you haven't, you're missing out. She will be linked in my description box. There will also be a link to a playlist of this project here on YouTube, so every single video or update that has been posted here on YouTube will be in that playlist, so you can check everyone out that is doing this project. I think we'll like at least over 50. I think I counted a week after the first intro went up, and I think it was at least 50 people. I can't remember if that was combined with YouTube or and Instagram, if it was only YouTube, but anyways, we're a lot of people. And then on Instagram you can check out the hashtag Roulette pan collab to find everyone doing this project. And also we have an exciting announcement in this update. Usually the update before the finale, we will announce the date for the next round. So of course we will be doing a next round of this project. This time we're actually gonna take a little bit of a longer break than we usually do. So the next round will start on September 15th. So the 8th round will start on September 18th, and that will be the 4-year no, the 3-year that will be the 3-year anniversary kind of this project, because we started the first round on September 15th, 2017. So I think that's super exciting, and we are just gonna take a little bit of a break during the summer to kind of pan some other products in other projects, and then we will pick this back up in September, and that one will run until January. So yeah, basically that's it for the intro to this video, for the update. Also, this is a wig, this is not my hair. Last time I wore this wig, you guys kind of hated on it and like, oh, it looks so unnatural. I know, but it's cute. So gonna wear it today. So yeah, I forgot to mention, I know it was a really long intro and I'm sitting here editing, but I just wanted to mention as well, because I forgot to mention in my last update and maybe even in the one before that, so I'm sorry about that. But I also wanted to mention that of course we have a Discord channel for this project, or like for just panning in general. It's called the Panning Club, and it was started by Rebecca and I, and it was kind of a companion to this project. So if you want to chat about panning or like anything in general, if you just want some nice people to talk to in these like quarantine times, you can go in the link in my description box, and you will, if you don't have a Discord, you will have to sign up, but it's super easy. And then we have like a server, it's called the Panning Club. It's a server, and then on that server we have different chat rooms. So we have one which is called just we talking here, because that's what we do. It's like that is more like general, and there you can like write about anything and everything and just kind of hang out. And then we have a few kind of project or like panning centered. So we have one which is called the Roulette pan collab, which is this project. We also have one which is called Pandos Eyeshadows. So if you want to do Pandos Eyeshadows but you don't want to post on either like Facebook, or you don't want to post on Instagram or on YouTube, then you can do that in that kind of chat. And we have a lot of people sharing kind of their selections of Pandos eyeshadows, which is really exciting, and then also sharing when they hit pan, which is of course exciting. And then we have one chat which is for like other projects, and then we have some for like other interests, so you can talk about like books or movies or anything fun that you've seen. We also have one with memes, so if you see a fun meme, you can put that in there. And then we have yeah, just some different kind of themed chat room. So you just kind of chat with people, hang out, and I feel like that is one thing that has kept me kind of sane during these corona times, is just kind of keeping in contact with people by like just writing to them and just, yeah, hanging out. So yeah, if you want to join us in that chat, as I said, there will be a link in my description box. Okay, back to the video. Let's just jump into the update on my products. So first off, I got the category number 14, which is a discontinued product, and I picked the Anastasia Beverly Hills glow kit in Gleam. So she first released this one, like this glow kit, and then also the one in Glow, I believe, which was more like a brownie color, and this one was more, this is more of a silver. And in here I picked this one right here, which is called Starburst, and I feel like I have a tiny bit of a dip, but as I said in the intro when I put this in, I did have another glow kit. I also own the Nicole Guerrero glow kit, and so I had one of the shades in there in one of these rounds of this project, and I wasn't able to hit pan in those 4 months, so I didn't have high hopes that I would be able to hit pan in this one either. But I am wearing it every single time I'm doing my makeup. Of course, the progress is not as good now with the whole situation, but I'm trying. I'm using it as much as I can, so yeah. I feel like I have a dip, but it's not like I'm going to hit pan in it soon. So yeah, I am wearing it today. I actually mixed it with a little bit of this one just to get kind of like a different tone to it. But yeah, I'm still enjoying this, and it's a very intense highlighter and I really like it. So yeah. Next up was 22, and that is something that I used to use as a teen, and I didn't wear, I didn't wear a ton of makeup when I was a teen. I wore makeup like from when I turned 13, I believe, until I turned like 15, somewhere around 15, 16. And then I kind of stopped wearing makeup for a few years. And then like I barely wore any makeup when I started university, so until I was like 20. And then that was when I got into makeup, like moving cities, selling my horse. I just had way too much time on my hands, so that is when I started getting into makeup. But yeah, so when I did wear makeup like the 13 to 15, what I would wear is like black eyeliner all around my eyes, and then I would wear mascara, and that was kind of it. Sometimes I would wear foundation. I would wear the L'Oreal True Match foundation and also that powder, and that was basically the look, like the foundation, the powder, and then black eyeliner and a mascara. And so I picked a black eyeliner. It's not the one that I used when I was a teen, but it's one that I had. So this is the e.l.f. eyeliner and shadow stick, and I'm working on this like liner in black right here, and I actually accidentally kind of squished it up into the cap just before, so it looks a little bit beaten up. If I can find where I marked it, I will see if I can get a new marking and see how much progress I made. I have actually been really good with like wearing this one. I am wearing it today on my top lash line and a tiny bit on my lower lash line, just as kind of a liner, and I've been kind of good with doing that actually. So almost every time I'm doing my makeup, I'm doing like a little bit of a black liner action with this one. So yeah, it's a very creamy formula, which makes it kind of easy to use on your top lash line, because you can put it on and then kind of smudge it out with your finger a little bit, and it looks kind of effortless. So I've been enjoying using that one as well. And then I got the category 76, which is something I had never used or that was completely new. And I chose this lip gloss from Clinique, and I chose this side right here because I had never used it, and this was in the shade Adore You. And I have made some markings. I wasn't able to make a new mark in my last update, so today I was finally able to make a new mark, and I have been pretty good with using this one as well. Like not as good as previously, of course, because I don't have as much progress. But yeah, I'm happy I picked it up again and like started using it like really consistently again. Then I got number 80, which is a product that was passed on to me, and for that one I picked this MAC Prep and Prime powder, and this one was given to me by my mom because she doesn't like to use powder at all. And exciting, I actually hit pan in this one. So it's one of those powders, you know, where in the center it has kind of lifted from like almost lifted from the pan, so it did start to kind of crumble a bit, so it looks a bit crumbly in there. But I'm gonna consider this goal met because I didn't even like set a goal when I put this in, because I never thought I would be able to actually hit pan in it, I believe. Or like my goal was to kind of use it more, but I feel like this is definitely goal met. I think it's a sizable pan, so I'm gonna put this back in my collection and consider that kind of goal met, and then we will pull a new category at the end. And then I also had the category number 81, which is a product that doesn't suit me. For that, this is actually kind of funny, because the kind of the item that I picked for that was a hair item, and the reason I picked this one, this is the Redken Line 12 Ultra Straight Balm, and that is because this is kind of like I think it's supposed to be kind of like a leave-in conditioner that makes your hair kind of straight and kind of stay straight. And I was talking about how I never wear my hair straight, kind of like this wig, and I still don't do that very often. I did buy one of those like straighteners that is like a brush, and I used it once or twice and I kind of like the result, but I usually don't like, I feel like a more kind of curly natural hairstyle suits me better. But yeah, I made a tiny bit of a progress on this. I did a tiny bit of a mark, but I don't know, I wasn't super excited about using this past month, so I didn't use it a ton. It's getting lighter outside, so the lighting was probably a bit off there for a while. But then we have a category which I don't know the number, but it's something brown, so it could either be like a brown product or a brown packaging or just something associated with brown. And so I chose this Benefit Dew the Hoola bronzer. So it's a liquid bronzer, so what I usually do is that I do my foundation and then I do my concealer, and then I will pump this out kind of on my hand, and then I will take a beauty blender and kind of bounce it in and then I will put that on my cheeks and also a little bit here on the sides of my forehead. And I actually quite like this product, so I think I didn't like it when I put it in, and I think that was because I used too little of it. I just used a tiny bit and then I would kind of bounce it on my face and it would kind of just disappear. So now I've been using a tiny bit more and I feel like it actually shows up, and I think it gives like a natural result. I do prefer powder bronzers just because I always forget to put it on, or like put on a cream bronzer before I put on my powder, and you can't really use this since it's like a liquid, you can't really use it on top of powders. I'm sorry, the lighting is kind of going crazy, but yeah, so I've been enjoying using it. I told you I would weigh it, but then I felt like I know I'm making progress because I'm using it, so there wasn't really a point because it wouldn't tell me how far I've gotten into the product. But when I used it today, I feel like it kind of squirted out a bit. Like it wasn't like a smooth like pump. So hopefully I'm kind of using it enough to actually make some really nice progress on it, and hopefully I can use it up before the finale. That would be really cool. So yeah, those were the 6 products that I had in this project. So now we are going to randomize a new category so that I can put that in instead of the powder. The finishing powder, I forgot which one it was that I hit my goal on. So I'm gonna go to pretty random, which is it's like when I sat down to film, the sun was like not cooperating and it was super dark outside, and now it's kind of coming out in full force. So yeah, I'm sorry, the lighting is a bit weird, but we're gonna do 1 through 100, and then if I get one I already I will randomize again. So 78, I don't think I've had 78, so let's go to the spreadsheet and see what category that is. Okay, so number 78 is the category a product you have had for way too long. Okay, so I'm gonna go through my collection, see what I can find, and yeah, I will be right back. Okay, so I am back and I have picked the product. So the category I got, as I said, was something I've had in my collection for way too long, and I feel like there are a lot of items in my collection that I've had for way too long, or like I feel like there's a lot of items that are old in my collection, but I decided to go with this one. So this is a lip liner from Lindex, which is like a Swedish store, it's like H&M, but it's mostly in Sweden and a bit in Europe. And this one is in the shade Dark Plum, and I'm not exactly sure when I got this, but I know because I used to work at Lindex, so I worked there summer of 2017 and 2018, and I know that when I started in 2017 I had already had this for a long time, so I would kind of guesstimate maybe 2015, which would make this 5 years old. So I feel like it's time to move this out of my collection. I couldn't think of a product that I had for way too long that I would be able to use up in a month, because that's not a lot of time. So I just kind of picked this one to work on it and kind of get into the habit of using a lip liner, because I never use a lip liner. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on this one, as I said, and yeah, hopefully I can make some nice progress. So yeah, that was it for this update. Don't forget to check out the playlist in my description box, the hashtag on Instagram. If you want to, you can search a hashtag on Instagram, and then you can click like follow, and then you will get every single kind of post with the hashtag Roulette Pan Collab. You can follow that, and then you will see all of them, and then you can like them, and I don't know, get inspiration on your panning journey. So yeah, that was it for this update. As I said, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!